time I close my eyes, my world comes alive. And only love can take me there. Love will take me there.
Okay. Well, we got all the buttons.
Now it's working, and now I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Now that it's running.
Wasted all our best content on FaceTime, but now we're on Zoom.
Being attacked by children.
It's all gonna work out. So, Nick, you and I have decided to. Well, let's go back. We started Rocket Me Nowhere when? What year was it?
2005. 5, 7. Well, when was
the Conan thing happened in 2005?
Okay, so that was 2005. So I think me and you started like 2006 or 7.
Yeah, and then we produced many albums together. Had a lot of good times.
Many albums.
Tried to get sued by One Problems Thriller 2. It didn't happen.
We really tried to get sued for a while. I felt like we tried to get sued. Most people take like the record path. Like, oh, we want to get a record deal. We were like, we want litigation from somebody famous.
Right.
I still think is a smarter path.
We had and have nothing to lose. So I think you're dumb if you don't try and get sued if you're not in our position.
Right. So I guess that's the real story. It's not so much that we're going to make music again. It's that we're back on the path of getting sued by a celebrity.
Round 2 of trying to get sued.
We're recommitting.
Maybe that should be the name of the podcast. Mark and Nick try and get sued.
Mark and Nick are trying to get sued. I actually like that. We don't usually get it right the first time, but that's probably the best one. That's better than I wrote down some stuff in my notes.
Okay, hit me with them.
And you can tell me what you think. Oh, cool. My phone just updated today, so give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, we haven't made any music together in, I want to say 5 years.
Yeah, at least 5 years.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, a little over 5 years.
5.5.
And now that we live across the country from each other, we thought, what better time to make an album together?
Nah. We've lived far away for a while, but now that technically we shouldn't be near each other, that was enough to get us to decide all right, let's start hanging out.
Yeah. And you know what? It's going to be, if the last hour was any indication, it's going to be a train wreck.
It is going to be a train. It has been a train wreck. It is 9:06, and this started, 8:15?
Yeah, it was a while. It's okay.
It's a while.
But, yeah, let me hear your...
All right, so I only had 3. So I was going to do a bunch, and then I did 3 immediately. Like when I told you I was going to do some, I did 3, and then I did not revisit it until this moment.
All right,
so yeah, that's just how it's going to be. The first one was kind of bad. It was just FaceTime. But...
like the name was FaceTime?
FaceTime, yeah. We just call the podcast FaceTime.
I like that. It really lines up with our efforts to get sued. So,
yeah.
One point.
I don't know if that's going to get us really sued. I feel like if we're going to get sued, we should target a person to get sued by, not necessarily like a company or a corporation.
Should we just call it Tim Cook?
Just call it Tim Cook.
Maybe.
Is he famous enough?
What's that?
Is he famous enough?
Nah, probably not.
I mean, maybe Beyonce would be a better name.
I was gonna name my child Beyonce, so that'd be awkward.
Yeah.
My podcast is also named Beyonce.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to burn it. You don't want to burn that name if you're holding it for a kid.
Nah.
My other idea was, is this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in your Xbox, or are you just happy to see me?
Okay.
Song, and it's very, very topical. You have to know that we like to play Call of Duty.
It really hits a niche market.
It's, yeah. Maybe
my moms are probably listening to this. I don't know about your mom. My mom doesn't play Call of Duty, but I bet you your mom does.
I don't think she plays Call of Duty. I've never actually asked her though, so
We got to get our moms playing Call of Duty together.
we, I would really love that actually. Do you think
I
she's into it?
My mom has just started drinking wine. It's like new for her,
Okay.
and I think the next step is just Call of Duty.
She started. So is she like off the hard stuff, or like is this like it was
The
just
worst
beer?
thing she saw. So my mom's like timeline of doing bad stuff. When she was 17, she snuck out of the house to see Saturday Night Fever,
Okay.
and
Nice.
then for the next 50 years, 40 years, she did nothing wrong, and then she started drinking wine. So
Yeah.
I think Call of Duty is the next normal step.
Just have at it. You know, I've snucken out. I've had wine. What's left to do? But play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, so we'll put that podcast name on the. Maybe our moms would like that in the future.
Yes, that one might want to hang on to that one too. The last one I had was you should probably Google it because we don't read good. That was the last title.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I find that like we will say things that are unfounded and scarcely, if ever, researched.
I usually say something very boldly and then try and Google to see if I was right, and then just use that to prove my point.
Yeah. And then
So-
if you're wrong, you just like duck out. Like you just excuse yourself to the restroom and do not return.
That's how most of my dates go, but the other way around. She usually goes to the restroom,
And just doesn't return.
and then I'm the Olive Garden bill.
I had somebody leave a dinner on a business trip like that once.
Serious?
Yeah, it's like a coworker, but it wasn't just the two of us, so it wasn't as weird. It was like, but it was equally as weird because it's a group of people. Like we all work together, we're having dinner together, and he's like, and it's like a round booth situation where like everybody has to get up if somebody wants to get out because it's like just a big half circle booth, and he was in the back middle. And so he's like, oh, excuse me, I need to go to the restroom, and like gets up. And so like half the people get up to let him go to the restroom, and then like he just never came back. So in about an hour later, we're like, what happened today?
Did he order food and eat and everything and then leave?
I think he paid. I think he like stopped and paid on his way out. So like he didn't like stiff anybody with like the bill, but it was very weird. Didn't even say goodbye.
I mean, it's a valid strategy. I've done it at some youth group events.
Yeah,
like when I was a teenager. Yeah,
I've always wanted to, but I never had the courage.
just to get up and go.
Yeah, just to get up and go. Like I spend like maybe 5 or 10 minutes on the edge of the crowd in locked in indecision of like, all right, I'm not really talking to anybody, but I want to say goodbye. But like, how do I like re-engage a group of people just to disengage that group of people? Like it makes more sense to leave, but I feel bad doing it.
Dude, it's even worse being Italian because we call it the goodbye tour. When you want to leave, like a family reunion or whatever, you got to hug every single person there.
Yeah.
So I've definitely just, hopped in my Honda Civic and pedal to the metal out of there before.
And just,
Yeah.
everyone just goes, it's okay. He's Italian.
We might do that just during this podcast. I might do that to you. I might be like, hold on.
Just don't even just leave. Just leave the chair. So it's just that. So you decide to leave.
And you're there for 45 minutes.
We had somebody do that in a church Zoom call recently where they so like basically all I do on Zoom is just virtual background jokes all day, every day.
That's what Zoom was.
Is what it's meant for. And so we were on like a church call where it's like, like 50 people from the church all in different room, like in their houses. And like a husband and wife joined from the same home, but in different rooms. The guy was in his office and then the lady was upstairs. And so like halfway through the call, he like leaves his office to like just go upstairs and join the call with her, but he doesn't disconnect. So I screenshot it and then just set his office as my virtual background. So it looked like I was in his chair, like Cassie and I are sitting in his chair. And then like 2 or 3 other like Zoom savvy church members noticed and did the same thing. And so like slowly as the call went on, everybody just started like changing their backgrounds to this dude's office till like half the call was the one guy's office.
Dude, that's amazing.
It was great, man. It's like, that was like that's when you know you're at a good church.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how good the jokes are, and those are some top shelf jokes right
It
there.
was good. It was a good time. I mean, it sounds
I saw-
regaling you
I
with
saw
the
this
story.
one guy made a Zoom background. It was a video background. It was just him walking in the doors like this. He'd be this would be the background of the Zoom call. He'd walk in and go, "Oh, sorry," and then leave. And then he'd also be sitting in the chair. So it just looked like he himself was walking in and saying, "Oh, sorry," and leaving. I thought that was pretty genius.
That's pretty great. In my mind,
Yeah.
he's an old guy that you wouldn't expect to do something that funny.
You mean for old people to do it?
Yeah. No, I just when you tell that story, that's what I imagine is an old guy that you wouldn't expect to be doing that.
Well, I like how you just imagined it was an old guy without me giving any details, and then you just assumed that your imagination was correct. I respect that boldness.
Did you tell me it was an old guy? Am I just a bad listener?
I just said it was a guy.
Uh,
Now it's an old guy.
Now it's an old guy. It'll forever be
story.
old guy. You stop
It'll be
trying
old.
to teach me.
So anyways, we're trying to get sued.
We're trying to get sued. Yeah. Oops, I switched pages. Yeah, we're trying to get sued. I mean, that's really the bulk of it. I mean, there's some music involved, I suppose, if people, for all the people that
It's just
did listen the first time, now's your chance to not listen again. So, don't waste that opportunity.
Yeah, but the music, it's, we haven't made music together in 5 years.
Yeah.
And do you think we're going to disappoint people by like the change that we're making? Because we used to be Christians in a band that was Rockin' Me Nowhere. We would sing about nonsense. We're still going to sing about nonsense and make music about just absurdity, but we're going to try and tie that into actual worship music.
I kind of hope people are disappointed because I feel like the insults we've received over the years have always been my favorite reviews of anything we've ever done. Like the mean stuff people have said to me is a lot funnier looking back onto it than a lot of the nice things. So I'm really gearing up for some disappointment this round.
Right. Well, you're no stranger to disappointment, so I think this will be right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Well, that'll be good.
The room, they told me I was the worst and I was boring. So.
Well, that's probably why that guy never came back to dinner that one time.
That was all me. I've just been in denial.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
It is. It really is. And I mean, I don't like you, so.
I mean, well, I guess it works out that we're remote then.
And and you're my best friend, and I still don't like you. So.
There you go. It's better not to get involved with people. I've learned, over the years.
Right. Why do you think I'm hiding in my art room?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I think you have an art room.
I just want everyone to know that.
That's your art room.
That's what I made back there. Do you like it?
No.
I just fell asleep on a canvas when I was covered in paint. That's art.
Is that your bedroom also? You just sleep on that art table?
This is actually my entire house. The owners don't know I'm here, so I'm trying to keep it quiet.
I work for a church and I live in the nursery. This is the nursery.
Dude, I mean, there's worse places to live. I mean, I would totally live in a ball pit if that was a viable option. In fact, if this band goes well, I might might just have a ball pit move into my house.
A ball pit. I mean, that's really like, if you're thinking of goals, like ball pit rich is probably a pretty attainable level of wealth. I'm trying to be ball pit rich.
Have you seen a ball pit recently?
No, I think, well, first of all, COVID. I assume we'll never see one again.
Can you imagine a ball pit during COVID?
No.
Yeah.
But no, I think
Dude,
it's they never clean those. What?
It's filthy. I'm surprised our parents ever let us go into one.
Yeah, they're disgusting. They don't. It's not like they like take all the balls out and like wash them somewhere. No, it's just.
I mean, kids would pee in there. I know I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember peeing in them, but there's no doubt kids pee in them.
I used to stand on the side and pee into the ball pit. That's my Discovery Zone shut down.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what it is about this thing, but kids pee into it. They don't even just pee in it.
You don't pee in it, you pee into it. It's a huge difference.
Very, very big difference. It's subtle, but it matters. Yeah, so litigation, music, ball pit, Rich. I mean, we're working through the list here for a completely unknown.
I kind of, well, okay, who's our target audience for this? Because we want this podcast to be like documenting the creation of this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's our target? Like, who should we write this music for?
I don't know, man. Maybe like the 3 people that like us.
Nah, screw them.
I don't know, man.
Jessica.
Oh yeah, Jessica Massey. Is it Massey?
Yeah,
or Massey?
I don't know. I think it's pansexual. It goes back and forth. What is a pansexual, anyways?
I think it's when you have sex with anybody. It's like a soul. You're like attracted to their soul or something.
Isn't that a bisexual?
And I think that's just men and women. There's a lot more. There's a lot more now.
I gotta do some reading.
You should read about it, or Google it, or make unfounded claims about it, and then Google it, hoping you were right when you did it.
That's just what I do. All right, so is our target market pansexuals?
It could be, yeah, for sure. I want everybody to like it, man. Everybody's included in this. There's no limits here. Everyone's welcome.
I will. I'm just right now. My notes just say pansexuals with a question mark.
I hope your roommate finds that later. Just like.
I hope my mom doesn't visit and just sees it written down on my notebook. I don't want to have a conversation with her.
I found Mark's things to Google list, and there's only one thing on it.
Pansexuals question mark.
The thing I don't really understand, here's what I really don't understand. Maybe you could explain this to me and it'll help me you. How do you write for an audience? Like do you just like close your eyes and just imagine them? Or is it like, I want to say things that person likes?
No, that's a great question. Because maybe you don't. Maybe just an audience finds you.
Yeah, see, that's how I feel like it should be.
I'm a man that's never had an audience, so I don't know. I don't know how it works. I guess we just write for ourselves. What would Mark and Nick want to listen to?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we've always done it, right? That's how we
always done it. And nobody liked it, but we really liked it. So, like, at the end of the day, you just be your own favorite band, you know? That's what we always did.
Be your own favorite band.
Be your own favorite band. And if other people like it too, that's great. Maybe they'll come and hang out with you while you play it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right. So what is, I'll just, I guess we'll just start making sounds and just pick the ones we like and call them songs.
That's good. That's good. Are we going to title it? Should we title everything? Should we just start branding now and come up with the names for everything? And then fill in later?
Do the names of the songs first. I mean, maybe pansexuals question mark is a good start.
All right, let's put it on there. That could be a song title.
I mean, only reason I'm saying that, I already have it written down. And so half the work is already.
If it's already written down, then let's just use it.
That's going to be a song.
I mean, I think I can almost promise you that it'll be the first worship song titled Pansexuals question mark. I mean, we should probably.
I'm pretty sure Chris Tomlin has that verse.
That's an old David Crowder jam. Did you write the word question mark, or is it just the symbol, pansexuals symbol question mark?
Well, it's hard to spell anything. So I just I drew a picture of a pan and with a heart in the middle of it, and just put it all like in the hook of the question mark.
It's almost a tattoo, basically, is what you drew. You just drew a tattoo.
True. Maybe every song should be a tattoo.
Hold on, let me see if I can. We could do that. Let me see if I can draw what you said just based on your description.
Okay.
Tell me. I have to find something to draw on because like all I have are like little cards my daughter's made me, and I don't want to test this drawing out.
That's so sweet though.
Show mom the card you made. Like, oh wait, no, not that one. It's Daddy's pansexual card. I'll draw it. Right.
That's my favorite card in Uno. It trumps all. Ooh, reverse? Well, pansexual.
Okay. I think I basically got it. Like this.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's a pan with a heart.
Yeah.
And inside the hook of the question mark.
You don't think the pan looks too penisy, do you?
I mean, it kind of looks like a guy. I mean, everything looks like that.
Everything's very phallic.
A lot of people don't know that.
No. Well, I think everybody knows it. A lot of people don't want to admit that.
A lot of people don't say that. But that's where you and I come in.
I drew an egg in the pan, hoping it would make it like more clear that it was a pan.
No, not just looks like I heart birds. Like I love birds.
Birds?
It looks like a bird.
So it's just a
heart.
Some bird lovers.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Bird lovers.
Bird lovers. This album is just writing itself.
We're just vessels that's pouring through us. Our target audience could be bird lovers. I don't think there's a lot of music geared towards bird lovers.
Can you be both a pansexual and a bird lover?
I think if they just love the soul, the question is, do birds have souls?
Wow.
Because the answer is yes.
I don't think birds have souls. That's something I would say confidently and Google later would be birds don't have souls.
Because Google will know if birds have souls or not.
Well, we have grackles. There's grackles here. Then those are soulless birds. Remember grackles? You lived in Waco? Yeah. They have them in Austin too. It's like a Texas bird. They're these black. They're not crows, but they're jerks. And they're everywhere.
Do you believe in birds? Because
as if they're real?
Yeah, I think they might be government drones, and that's not my idea. That's a well-known.
I was going to say that is actually, I think, a real conspiracy is that.
Because have you ever seen a baby bird outside of a cartoon?
Yeah, actually, Brandon Hargis has them on his porch.
Well, he probably is working for the government.
That sounds like Brandon Hargis.
Deceived you. But I think some birds have souls. Like I'm pretty sure like swans and pink flamingos have souls, and penguins.
Yeah. Penguins.
But I don't think a run-of-the-mill sparrow is just flying around with a soul.
It could be flight related. Maybe flightless birds have souls, and birds.
Oh yeah, ostrich.
Yeah, ostrich.
I'm just saying flightless birds I know, like a kindergartner. Ostrich, penguin, chicken. Well, chickens can sort of fly, so maybe they have like a lesser version. You know, I had chickens. Did I tell you about my chickens?
Yeah, didn't they die? Didn't like other animal murder them or a local?
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Cassie.
Cassie's here.
Did I tell you about my chickens, Cassie? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, that they died.
A raccoon ripped them down the center and ate out their innards and just left their carcasses in my lawn.
Raccoons
Did he leave a note?
No or anything.
What a jerk.
I love you, Mark.
Love you. Well, not me. My roommates raised those. Like, we got eggs, and then we hatched them from eggs.
Ah.
And I had to witness all of this. And then they grew up in our house, and we got too big.
It sounded like you said AIDS.
We have AIDS.
We had AIDS, and then chickens hatched from AIDS. is what it sounded like. I was like, oh, okay. I'm definitely
The
Googling
old philosopher's question: what came first, the chicken or the egg?
or the
Yeah, that's a song right there.
AIDS. Chicken or AIDS?
Chicken or AIDS? Question mark. Most of our songs are questions.
Well, we don't have the answers, man. I mean, that's what worship's all about, is searching for the answers. So they should
We're
all be questions.
just a couple of dudes full of questions about birds and pansexuals.
Just searching
And pansexual birds.
for pansexual birds, if that's possible, to be determined. Possibly might be a trap.
Okay, well, this is. I'm getting quite the sheet of paper here.
I hope people realize that we're seriously joking. I feel like we seriously joke a lot, and I think that sometimes can be confusing because I think we're joking all the time, but most of the time it is serious.
Yes, and a lot of people don't know if I'm ever being serious or I'm joking.
Yeah.
Which I don't. I think it's kind of a cool thing, but also not good.
Yeah, it's bad when you're like having to be like really, really serious because you have to say it a couple of times. Like, no, like I am not kidding. Like this is
like, believe me, I really need to know if birds have souls. And
yeah. How do you ask that question? You know what I mean? If you're always joking around.
I think you just put it in a song and let the universe answer it.
Yeah, let people know you're really serious. Like, yeah, that song is called Pansexuals with a question mark.
/ do birds have souls?
That's track 2. Do birds have souls?
On the flip side, I find myself getting like as close to the camera as I can, as if like that, like you're gonna hear me better.
Yeah.
If I do this, I don't
Take
know why. I need to learn technology apparently.
Do it when you share your screen, like,
Well, I'm ready to like just get down and dirty with some Logic sounds.
Yeah, we need some sounds because we got 2 really solid song titles, which is unexpected. I wasn't thinking.
You have 3.
We have 3.
Pansexuals ? Bird
Yeah.
lovers ? Chicken or AIDS ?
We've thrown quite the gauntlet for ourselves. It's gonna be sort of
Set the
difficult
bar.
to turn those into worship songs, but love finds a way.
Do you think our friend Brandon would even want this if he hears this?
I don't think he wants to, but I'm pretty sure he's going to. I mean, we discussed like band napping him. That was on the table at one point.
That's true. We have this friend Brandon who's lives in Nashville, and he's super duper easy to talk to and get along with, and just good at music. And he was in Jump 5, so that's basically all he's got going for him. The first 2 were a lie. He was in Jump 5, so we want him in the band.
Yeah, he is. He shouldn't be a part of this because his talent level exceeds, I think, where we're shooting, but he could also be a part of it. But
It
I
would
think
be a huge mistake for him.
against his will, it'll level it out. Like he's here. If you force him to, he'll be in the right range.
Right, and that's the thing I like about Brandon the most, is that we can always force him to do things against his will.
Yeah, he's very pliable. He's a pliable young man. He's also the nicest guy ever. He made me
I think he's actually physically pliable too. Have you ever touched his back? It's very like
I don't know.
it's like Play-Doh.
I hugged him when I saw him last, but I don't remember how his back felt. Next time I hug him, I'm gonna really get in there on the back and see how it feels.
Get in there, and you'll like just think it's a Play-Doh factory.
Yeah, he might have maybe he just got more muscle. He made me pancakes and they were perfect. He made perfect pancakes.
Wow.
He timed them with fear.
They were probably made with fear.
It's just fear cakes.
He made fear cakes. Didn't want to disappoint you.
Saw the food I have. Yeah, we stopped in Nashville on the way home from Cleveland, and it was very nice to see them.
I'm
Me
sure.
and Dad. Like, I wish I lived by him. I don't want to ever live in Nashville again, but I miss
Nah,
living by him.
if we say nice enough things about him,
He'll
he'll
appear.
come. He'll come on. Yeah, he'll appear. He's like Bloody Mary. You just turn off the lights and look in your bathroom mirror and say, "Brendan makes good pancakes" 30 times. He'll appear.
Brandon makes good pancakes. I try it
You know what?
from time to time.
That was like obviously like an urban legend when we were in school, like the whole Bloody Mary thing. And as an adult, I still haven't tried it.
I've never tried it either.
I mean, I would feel like really foolish trying it now.
Yeah, there's no need to even try it. I'm comfortable not trying it. Not because I'm
Because-
afraid, but just because I'm comfortable not doing it as an adult.
Well, what would it do if she did appear?
I don't know.
Well, wait,
Like,
is Bloody Mary his mom?
whose mom?
Jesus' mom.
Jesus' mom? Oh, I don't know. I don't know the etymology of Bloody Mary.
Me neither. I mean, it's a drink.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Saying anything repeatedly into the mirrors makes me very uncomfortable. I do not like
Right.
myself talk. Watching myself on camera is hard enough. At least it's kind
What
of
do you mean? Fear cakes. I mean, I wouldn't even say fear cakes into the mirror.
fear cakes.
I might say bird lovers 30 times.
Yeah, I'd say pansexual in a mirror.
you probably already do.
Yeah, but I whisper it though. I've never had the courage to say it loudly.
Hey, Nick, we're all pulling for you. For sure. All right, so let's just do this. Let's just start working on some stuff. Do you think we can play it on like the next podcast? Who's that?
This is Amelia.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Amelia.
Good night, Uncle.
Good night, sweetie.
Good night, baby. I love you.
Good night, Nick. I like how I'm Uncle Mark. You're just Nick.
You actually have like a family name. You have a relative name. Love you, baby. Sylvie is now like when she yells at me, she calls me Nicholas. So
Does it really make you feel small?
yeah, to have a 4-year-old.
Same way your mom would.
What's up? Oh, get your slippers. Yeah, it's interesting to have a 4-year-old. Well, it's kind of weird to have like both of your daughters, a 4 and 6-year-old, call you Nick. I think it like bummed my mom out. I feel like it bummed my mom out a little bit for a while. Like, that's your dad. Like, call him dad. But like, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, does it really matter?
It doesn't bother me.
Then there you go.
I'm just glad that at their young age they're already like shunning societal trends and saying I'm just gonna call you Nick, even though it clearly makes everybody uncomfortable, and probably makes me look more like a stepdad when we're out because like the way I look. And then there's like 2 kids, and they're like, "Hey Nick, come over here." Like, oh, that's not their real dad. Or like I just like took them. People might think I just like took them. But I'm like nice and I took them, so like they're friendly.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Hey, that should be a song that we do.
That should be a song. That's well, maybe we
We'll
should.
put it right after.
You might have to put an asterisk next to it, or maybe we just say "I can't only imagine." We just put apostrophe. I can't only imagine. Man, shots fired with that though. We talk about getting sued.
I can't only imagine.
Now I really, really, really want to do that.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, I mean, that
Because
was,
if you
oh, go
only
ahead.
imagine, that means like I can only do one thing I can imagine. But if I can't only imagine, I
Yeah,
can imagine, but I must do more. I must draw.
it's much bigger.
That's
Yeah.
what my rendition of heaven is. I
Yeah.
drew that while listening to I Can't Only Imagine.
Can't only imagine.
Yeah, this thing behind me. Where are you looking? That was pointing to your back wall.
I've seen there's something behind me too. I don't know. I don't know how Zoom works, man. It's just some weird internet stuff.
Look behind you.
What are you pointing at?
Goodness.
I can only imagine.
Right on. Anything else you feel like we should cover?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't really know if there's anything left. I mean, half this album's done.
Yeah. I'm just going to rest on my laurels and just let it happen.
Throw a few beeps and boops, and dude, we got a Rockin' Me Nowhere album.
I mean, that's usually how we do it anyways, right?
Yeah. A couple boops.
Well, I'm loving your new face tattoo. I want to mention that.
Thank you. My mom, so it's on this side. My mom called me a prisoner, said I look like a prisoner, which you can't really argue with her, but.
No, you can't. I mean, does your mom even notice when you get new tattoos anymore?
I think she does. I think she might count them. Yeah, I think she keeps a tally.
My mom just gave up. I mean, you have way more than I do. I've just got like.
Yeah, how did your mom respond to that? I was wondering about that.
I've got the coolest mom. Like, not that I mean, you have the coolest mom too, but like that's one thing we have in common. We both.
Well, yours drinks wine, mine doesn't. So like, you got a little bit of a one up.
Get a few more tattoos, and she'll get there. But my mom is so accepting. Like, I could like bring home a drunk mini horse and say it's my girlfriend, and mom would just be like, "Well, as long as Mark's happy."
Yeah, that's good, man. That's very supportive.
She's very supportive.
It's strange you didn't turn out better, with that kind of support.
She went wrong somewhere. We know that much.
Probably letting you hang out with me. That was probably it.
Dude, she did, because you're, when I was a teenager, you were just barely an adult, and she let us hang out, and she knew nothing about you.
Yeah.
I think she just wanted me to get out of the house.
That could be. Well, she was the only parent, like back in the youth group days, like she was the only parent that like trusted me, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we would climb the water tower, but
Yeah.
mostly
it was unfounded trust. We did nothing to earn that. Yeah, I think the first time we hung out, we bought BB guns. So like we immediately violated that trust. But she hit tough, dude.
I remember running out of BBs and filling those BB guns with popcorn kernels.
Yeah. Didn't you put a Q-tip in the like barrel and like shoot your sister with it?
Oh yeah, you can shoot lots of things out of BB guns, not just BBs. People don't know that.
People don't know that. Got to get creative. Try things, kids. Try new stuff.
With BB guns. Mostly we just go to dollar movies all the time.
Dollar movie, yeah, man. I don't think that's
dollar.
That place was disgusting. Like that was a really gross theater.
I think that went out with the ball pit trend.
Yeah. Ball pits and Loman's Plaza.
Yeah.
In
Dollar
Richmond.
movies are like the ball pits of social outings. Like you don't really want to go in them, but you kind of have to just because they're so much fun.
Yeah. Because the girl you like might be there.
And on both of them, the floor is sticky.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Lines up.
Don't look down. Don't look down is a good life rule, not just for like heights. Like it's good just for a lot of occasions.
Yeah, you don't want to look down, especially at dollar movies.
Especially at dollar movies. A guy threw up there once. I saw a guy throw up during a movie. Yeah, we saw Jackass at the dollar movies.
Oh, that's right. Because did he stay in the movie? Did he like finish it?
He left. But where they were like giving themselves like paper cuts with like they had like the middle envelopes and when they like on their like their tongues and their lips, the dude in the row in front of us like threw up. It was that's dollar movies, man.
Those are some of my favorite movies. The Jackass movies.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they're making a fourth.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They got the band back together.
We started rewatching the series recently, and it's amazing.
What?
Jackass, like
the
show.
Where do you see that?
My buddy's Plex.
Okay.
I don't have it. He owns it. So let's rewatch it.
Cool. Well, maybe instead of doing this album, we'll just rewatch Jackass.
Yeah, It might be better use of our time.
Probably would be a better use of our time.
We'll make less enemies. I mean, already we're walking out here with at least a few angry birds and pansexuals.
That's true. And some fear cakes. I like that word, fear cakes.
And some fear cakes. And maybe Brandon Hargis isn't our friend. Also, I don't know how a lot of churches are going to respond to some of our song titles. Hey, man, I mean, that's tune in next time, right?
Hey, we're going to try and make some art here and throw it up against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah. I've been thrown out of better church camps than this. I hope I get to say that one day.
Right on. All right.
All right, man.
Well, I need to go eat.
Yeah. I'll at some point in the near future start editing this thing, and then we'll churn these bad boys out once a month until the album flops.
If anything, it will just be a good documentary of our friendship.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. Our last few days on Earth, really, really get them down on paper.
Are you saying these are our last few days on Earth?
I don't know, man. I hope not.
Okay.
It's 2020, man. Anything can happen at this point.
That is the truth.
Or maybe you'll live here, and then we'll do it in front of a camera.
Oh, like we're both in the same room, but still be on Zoom.
Yeah. We'll get that echo going. Get a good feedback. All right, man.
How do we? I don't know how to end this.
I don't know. I don't know how to end anything. I mean, I guess you just don't say anything and just leave.
Okay. Like the guy at the restaurant you were in.
Restaurant. Just avoid the Italian goodbye. If not, we'll have to hug each other.
Honda Civic and get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like a broke machine, but I run on passion, and I believe I'll soar through crystal air as I dream with fire shining color. Hope like rain drips on my rust and gears. When you turn my key, hear my engines scream. As I leave the ground, I'm greeted with the sound of eternity around me. Come on, heaven, rocket me nowhere, 'cause every time I close my eyes, my world comes alive, and only love can take me there. Love will take me there. Love will take me there.
I'm like a rocket. I'm like a rocket. I'm like a rocket. I'm like a rocket.
I see an infinite bouquet of light and shining color. Someday Earth will fade away, but I'll be flying higher, deep into a place that's made for me. I'll sail on bright trails through eternity. My heart beats free in anti-gravity. Deep into a place that's made for me. I'll sail on bright trails through eternity. My heart beats free in anti-gravity. Come on, heaven, rocket me nowhere, 'cause every time I close my eyes, my world comes alive, and only love can take me there. Love will take me there. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket, tearing through space, and there's no way to stop it. Violent light, as endless as the universe. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket, tearing through space, and there's no way to stop it. Violent light, as endless as the universe. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket. Rocket me nowhere, 'cause love is like a rocket, tearing through space, and there's no way to stop it. Violent